The NHS scandal continues on a regular basis. The political left blame the Tories blame the Labour Party, and the British people are the ones suffering. I think it's a good reminder to mention that, of course, the last 12 years of the Tory government, because of all the chaos that's happened, the NHS management has been a bit low. And the fault of the actual NHS management, that is very important. And of course, the financial situation. And of course, the Tory ministers who keep changing their policy on NHS reforms. But let's not forget that the Labour Party themselves are the king of stirring the pot and causing chaos. Now, this is about the NHS with their rainbow unicorns and cotton candy and everything else, who are struggling because they don't even know how to manage the whole of this monster that is the NHS. It's such a big structure that you cannot manage it anymore. It's so centralized. It doesn't really... Some people think the NHS is doctors and nurses. No. The NHS is the structure. It's the skeleton of this monster that we have. So the left have been going around the last few years saying, well, Brexit destroyed the NHS, as if things weren't bad before Brexit, the last few decades. They say, well, Trump wanting to buy the NHS, so that caused it. Lockdown, that caused it. This caused it. It was happening for years and years, even before the Tory government. If you don't know, in case you forgot, under Tony Blair, under the lovely new Labour government, do you really think things were perfect? Do you really think that the NHS was safe in their hands? Well, this is a session on TV that Tony Blair, as Prime Minister, was completely grilled and destroyed by the angry British people at the time in the 2000s because the NHS was not functioning even at that time before their financial crash.
Yes, you're actually putting forward targets on practically everything for timescales. I can't get an appointment with my local GP unless it's made within 48 hours. I can't make it 3 days or 4 days hence. I was told that's because they can meet their target that everybody gets it within 48 hours. Why?
Well, I'm absolutely astonished at that. I mean, look, come on, let's be sensible about this. I don't know about this individual case, obviously, but I would be absolutely astonished if you're saying to your GP, I don't need to see you for 4 days, and he's insisting he sees you in 2. The reason...
The doctor is asking you to come back in a week. You can't make the appointment in a week because you're only allowed to make it 48 hours beforehand. This is my son's appointment last week. You have to sit on the phone for 3 hours in the morning trying to get an appointment because you're not allowed to ask for the appointment before that, because by making it 48 hours beforehand, they're meeting the government target.
Is this news to you?
I have to say...
Hold on.
That is news to me, that doctors are insisting that you have to come within the 48 hours.
Yeah, a doctor's appointment is to turn up outside the appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning waiting for
The whole purpose of this was that people used not to be able, to get an appointment with the GP within the 48 hours. Now, obviously, it shouldn't work in that way, because that would be absurd.
You can't get it at all unless it is within the 48 hours.
Well, anybody else have this experience? 20 what?
4 hours at my GP.
Just explain it to the Prime Minister.
And mine. If I ring up and ask, say, on the Monday for an appointment on the Wednesday, no, you'll have to ring back Wednesday morning. That's right.
Well,
sorry, yeah, but there's quite a lot of people have said this.
I understand that, but surely they're not saying to you that you have to have it quicker than you wanted. Well,
no, they're saying you can't make the appointment until you're within the time frame that allows it to be 48 hours.
Well, but I mean, all I can say is...
So you can't make it today, you come back and make it on Wednesday.
Even if the doctor asked you to come back a week later.
OK, well, I will look into that, because obviously... Yes, but the purpose of the target, just so that you know, is it used to be the case people would phone the GP and not be able to get an appointment for, say, a week or 2 weeks when...
OK, so that's the update. That was a reminder of how things were under the lovely new Labour government. It is important to make these videos. It is important to remind the British public what was happening under the Tory government and the Labour government, because the fundamental flaw of the system itself, and of course the idiotic and incompetent politicians who keep using it as a political football to make a political point. That's the reality. No one's going to tell the truth because they're all interested in their own political interests. Team Blue are only interested in winning the elections for the Tories. Team Red just want to bring back Labour socialism. They don't care. They really don't care. And if some good, well-meaning and Tory or Labour members or candidates want to actually do something, they don't have the power because the political party structure in this country is so centralised, like the NHS is centralised. They don't really have the power or the ability to actually do proper NHS reforms, even under the lovely Blair. Lovely Blair, Jesus. Okay, it's absolutely chaotic what we have to actually do to raise awareness, because these sort of discussions, these sort of videos are not being mentioned in the mainstream media, but it's fine because TV is dead because we are the media. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We're going to take a quick break and I'll be back shortly with you guys. I'm Tousi and we are the media.